Hello there, I'm Daz. Today I'll be exploring Wolfskull Cave and Wolfskull Ruins during the quest The Man Who Cried Wolf. So here we are on the world map, not too far from Statue to Meridia, and there we have Solitude. So I've already destroyed a couple of skeletons that are standing guard outside this cave. If you arrive here before starting this quest, the interior will look quite different. There is a much smaller explorable area and you'll be dealing with a small group of bandits rather than necromancers and draugr. Speaking of which, we're going to be stumbling upon our first draugr very shortly, and here he is, right on cue. Not very alert. Okay, so if you prefer sneaking and sniping, you can actually make your way along this ledge and find a nice vantage point to use your bow. I'm just going to drop down and take a frontal approach. Okay, there's not much of interest in this little camp, so I'm going to head through this door and deal with the rest of the bad guys.
Never should have come here.
That's what they all say. Okay. Right. I wasn't sure I'd got them all then. So we now need to drop down. Now I'm going to try and jump down onto that ledge down there, because there are a couple of urns. If I make a mess of it, it's not the end of the world. Got it. Barely. Also breaks the fall a little bit. Okay, so nothing in here. Right, so head down to the next zone, Wolfskull Ruins. I'm just going to change up the loadout. Okay. So we have a couple of suspended lanterns. I'm going to try and hit these. Okay. So there's nothing in here either. In fact, there is not much loot at all to be had in this place. There's going to be some scripted dialogue shortly, so I'll go quiet for that. I'll just switch the load out again. Avoid these bone chimes.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema.
So, another suspended lantern right there and an oil slick. In here we can also find a potion and a satchel. Here we are. Obviously you may need to go looking for that if you detonate the suspended lantern. Right, there is actually some loot on top of that tower, but I'll deal with that in a moment. There's a couple of tough guys first.
Return me to this realm.
Damn, I was hoping to avoid that.
The blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon with words bound by blood.
What? What are you doing? You fool! You cannot bind me to your will.
Okay.
Bound by blood.
You ants don't have the power to bind me.
Okay, so looking up in this direction and then just turning around here, I'm going to try my best to get to the top of this tower and get to the hidden chest. There are two methods of getting this, so if I stuff this up, I'll have to try a different approach. Okay, so you need to get onto that rim and keep mashing the jump button. It can take a couple of attempts. Come on, Daz, you can get it. I don't think it's going to let me get up over the top. Ah, finally. I will show you the other method. Or I will point it out, rather. Yeah, so you can drop down here from that tower, so when I get up there, I'll show you what needs to be done if you really want to get into that chest. You never know, you may find something useful in there. Okay, so moving on.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Okay, so once you arrive at this tree, this is the vantage point. This is the vantage point to drop down to that chest. If you have become ethereal, obviously there is no problem. You can just drop down there without any risk. Otherwise, you may need to just try and cling to the wall as you drop down. And we are almost done.
Stop the intruder.
Okay, so it is necessary to take down the ritual master. We have a spell tome right here, the Necromancer's ritual. Regain 30 health and magicka every time a friendly conjured or reanimated minion dies for 120 seconds. I already knew that, apparently. And we also have a light armor skill book, the Refugees. I've also read that one previously. We drop this drawbridge with the lever there. And we have a boss chest. Okay. So just drop down. and head up towards the exit. So I hope people have found this useful. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Bye bye.